Morgan.
I'm Harrison.
This is Morgan Please. We're a budget travel vlog. We travel the world even though we're completely broke. Today we are in Edinburgh. Woo. Still, we've been here for like 2 months at this point, which is crazy. So we basically have all the knowledge of the whole city at our fingertips. Just kidding. I don't know what that was.
It was knowledge.
Oh, the sound of knowledge, of course. Well, basically, you read the title. We're just going to show you the hidden gems of the city, the places that most tourists don't go to. And after spending a lot of time out and about, these are kind of our favorite little hidden gem places.
So us being budget travelers, how the heck are we able to afford to go everywhere? We house sit, and right now we are house sitting for a cat named Cosmo. He is this adorable little ragdoll cat, and I'm not sure where he is right now, but he's sneaking around somewhere.
Watching us.
Also with us being budget travelers, we're very transparent about what we spend. So in the bottom right corner, you're gonna see a little ticker. A ticker represents everything we spend between vlogs, which include things like transportation, Airbnb, groceries, stuff like that. You're gonna see that ticker go up right now and throughout the vlog whenever we make a purchase.
All right, so who likes long intros? Not me, so let's get right into the video.
Living in a crowded dream, searching for the quiet that you need to breathe. Gave up on your sanity to hide behind your shadow, while you tried to take the sun down. Hearts don't ever change to gold.
To get to our first location, we're taking the Water of Leith walkway, which in itself is kind of a hidden gem of Edinburgh. The Water of Leith is a river that runs all through Edinburgh, and you can go on the walkway alongside it. It's beautiful. When we're dog sitting, that's where we take the dogs to walk. It's a really beautiful part of Edinburgh, not just because you have the nature and trees and everything all around you, but there's little hidden spots like the place we're going to next. So let's go there now. Who'd have thought this is just in the middle of a city? It's so rural seeming. It seems like we're in the middle of nowhere, Scotland, and not the capital. It's so nice to have this peaceful area. And in the fall, look at this. You get the best fall foliage. It's so beautiful. And there's like nobody around. There's some people walking their dogs, but we're like alone here. It's awesome, especially if you are a photographer. It's beautiful. Little hidden gem. Wow.
Getting old, after thinking that you in the world alone. No one ever told you that you have to live for something, or in the end you will be nothing. Too cold, standing in the middle of the downpour, looking in the mirror 'cause it's only you that you have to lose. Headed backward on a one-way, trying to stop from running but you can't wait. Bury all the evidence you're lonely. When you crash and burn.
So this is Dean Village. It's along the Water of Leith, and until the 1820s, it was its own village until John Learmonth, Lord in Edinburgh, decided to buy it. Now, this is one of the more better known hidden gems of Edinburgh, but it's something you may miss if you're going to go see the Royal Mile and the castle. Those are more towards the center of the city. It's still a little bit outside of it, but it's worth the walks to get here.
The other day we were walking by here and this was a for sale sign. I guess it's sold, but this is an apartment that was for sale. And I just happened to look for apartments in Edinburgh just because I like looking at Zillow. And I was looking and I saw this apartment. I found it. Guess how much this one-room apartment costs?
How much?
£200,000. Not USD. Pounds for a one-room apartment.
That's $260,000.
For a one-room apartment. I mean, you're clearly paying for the location, but whew, that's crazy.
Moving out of focus, taking all my energy, yeah. How could I not notice that you became an enemy? Up so high, coming down with the gravity. You're pulling me down, down, down. I just wanna keep up, keep up. You're moving so fast without me. Oh, oh, oh. I don't wanna say what I feel right now. Oh, oh, oh.
Why? Every shot. Oh my god. With my pink purse on you too. You just look like a crazy guy. Obviously, Dean Village is one of the most beautiful spots in Edinburgh. It's a tiny little place. People actually live in these buildings, so don't come expecting like a huge village or something. Most people just come here to get that famous shot that we got over there and get their pictures, enjoy the Water of Leith. There are some cafes and museums on the way along the Water of Leith. It's a really beautiful little spot to come to and enjoy the walkway. But yeah, it's tiny, so you'll mostly be coming to see the beautiful little spot and then move along, which is what we're gonna do. So let's move along to our next hidden gem.
We're out here in the wild. We're on our way to the portrait gallery. We are in a rush. Seems like doors close at 5 o'clock, and right now it is a hair past the freckle, and on my phone it is 3:43. So we got 15 minutes to get there and an hour to film. So let's go.
What kind of an accent was that? It was not one.
I was trying to do Bear Grylls.
It was lackluster.
Yeah, I'm not very good at accents.
I can do it. Ready?
Yeah.
Exit the roundabout onto
We're in
Ainsley
the
Lane.
world. We have to go to the Portrait Gallery. Will we make it? I don't know. That was better, right?
Yeah, better than me anyway.
Spot on. They couldn't be better. Okay, we really gotta go. Come on.
This film is very shaky, and we can't get a stabilizer yet. But if you jump onto our Patreon, you could totally help fund us and help us get a stabilizer, so we're not so out of focus and blurry and terrible when we run like this.
We can't use this footage, dude.
Why not? Oh, because it's so shaky. Oh, join our Patreon.
Stop.
Just tripped. Oh man, maybe if I had better shoes. I could afford better shoes with Patreon.
Oh my god.
So please check out our Patreon. It's in the link below. And I'm getting out of breath and my arm's getting tired, so see ya at the Portrait Gallery.
I always used to feel like a lonely soul without a home. But now I've come to realize that I'm right where I belong. Alone with you, 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 alone with you.
That's not a picture. That's a painting. That's crazy. Guys, it looks like Scrooge.
So according to this on here, these are all actual casts of people from the 1800s.
Looks like Arya's faces from Game of Thrones.
It's so cool. This is exactly what they looked like 200 years ago.
That is crazy. And they're just random people, right? They're not necessarily famous.
Yeah, and there's Robin Williams.
What?
Yeah, look at him.
It's not Robin Williams. Would you want one of you?
Yeah, why not? It'd be pretty cool. So that way there are 200 people in the future can appreciate my handsomeness.
Well, it's easier now, huh? With, what's it? The printing. The 3D printing.
That's true. You can just scan your face now.
Exactly.
Do the whole process.
So that was the Portrait Gallery. Isn't that amazingly stunning in there? We were stuck in the Great Hall for so long because that itself is just so beautiful. And this is on the hidden gems list, I can talk, because most tourists do not go here. They go on the museums and the galleries that are on the Royal Mile. And this is still in the center, but it's just a little bit outside of where the tourists usually go. So because of that, there's like nobody there, right?
No, yeah, it was pretty empty, and especially for us making videos all the time, it was awesome. Like to get shots with nobody in there, and especially in places that are so beautiful like this, is a rarity, and we got it not just once but multiple times. We took multiple takes, and it's like, wow, this is awesome, really fun, and we could actually, you know, get stuff done without having to stress out about it a little bit.
It's also crazy that it was so empty because this place is free to get in. Anybody can come in here for free, which is awesome, especially if you're budget travelers like us. The museums and galleries tend to be free in Edinburgh, and it's kind of like that all throughout the UK as well, which is so great. It should be like that everywhere in the world. America. Anyway, the galleries in there were really awesome as well. They had really old art and some new contemporary art, and there was awesome library. And yeah, it was a really cool place to go. It's a little bit off the beaten track. Like we said, it's a little bit empty. I think it's a cool little hidden gem here, especially if it's cold or rainy, as it tends to be in Edinburgh. So I'm really happy we got to come here.
But it is getting late though, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna head back to the house. I'm gonna make us some fancy food because we are budget travelers, so cooking at home, I like to call it fancy food, makes me feel a little better. And then we're gonna go to the next place. So see you there.
Sorry, I can't help make the food. I can't get on.
Cat, I've been trying to get you to code with me for days now. Look at me. Look at me. Oh my god, the disrespect. Why are you so evil? A little evil fluff ball.
day. That curry was really good. Good job, Harrison.
Thank you.
We ate way too much and we're like still in the curry coma from yesterday, but we're gonna move on with the hidden gems of Edinburgh. So it's time to talk about shopping. No, we are a budget travel channel. We are broke. So our shopping is different than most people's idea of shopping.
So we love thrift shopping specifically because we are big budget people, and thrift shopping always gets us the cheapest prices you can ever find and the coolest stuff ever too. You never know what you're gonna find.
In vintage stuff, it's not just because it's cheap. It's cool, unique stuff that you're not gonna get anywhere else. And when you thrift shop around the world, it's really, really fun because you get stuff that you would never find at home. But we're not just thrift shopping. There's a really cool spot here in Edinburgh that has cool thrift shopping, but also unique handmade stores with local artists and stuff, and I really want to showcase that. So this area of Edinburgh called Stockbridge is our personal favorite to go shopping. There's a lot of cool stores to show you, so let's go to them.
I can hear your laughter coming waves across the shore. Oh, maybe you could fly my kite, babe. Maybe you could fly my kite, babe. I can hear your laughter coming waves across the shore. Oh, maybe you could fly my kite, babe. Maybe you could fly my kite, babe. We could be together, you're the one.
Christmas present! What could it be? Stop.
Maybe you could fly my kite, babe. We could be together, you're the one I'm looking for. Oh, maybe you could fly my kite, babe. Maybe you could fly my kite, babe. Fly my kite, fly my kite, fly my kite.
So that's one of our favorite parts of Stockbridge. It's awesome for shopping, all independent artists and thrift shops and antique stuff. It's really cool. But there's also a really cool event, this flea market that happens, now it happens twice a month, but it's a really special thing. I think that if you loved this type of stuff, then you'll love this event. So I'm gonna let my past self take it away. Take it away, past Morgan. The next hidden gem in Edinburgh is this flea market. Once a month, every month, there is a huge vintage flea market at Out of the Blue Drill Hall here. It's only once a month. This is supposed to be one of the biggest vintage flea markets in the city. We haven't been here yet, so if it sucks, we'll take it off of this list, but let's go see. You might recognize this face if you've seen our last video. That dog is Molly. She was a dog we were dog sitting for a while in Edinburgh. She starred in a lot of our videos, and if you missed it, you should definitely check out our last video, the one we posted just before this one, because it's got a ton of free things to do in Edinburgh. As far as this event at the Out of the Blue Drill Hall, we loved it, and actually we went back a few times, and we're gonna keep going back as long as we're in Edinburgh. We got a lot of great finds here. I'm gonna show you what I got at the end of this little segment, but the last few times we went, I also got another dress and some more gifts. There is so much good stuff to find there. I feel like I didn't do the best job filming it because I felt a little awkward, but just trust me, the best finds are at this event. So that vintage fair was amazing. Definitely a hidden gem. There were so many stalls, really cheap, and throughout the day, actually, I saw that they were cutting the price already, and it's not even the end of the shopping day yet. So you can get some really good bargains there. I got some stuff. So I found this dress, and I thought it was really pretty. It's very heavy. It's like a really nice thick material. It was only £3, and it was actually for a charity who gives like business clothes to women who are in need and who are going to interviews. So like all the profits goes to that, which is really, really nice, because they told me that basically they get a lot of donations for the women, but not all of them are like business appropriate for interviews, so they sell the rest and put the money into getting more stuff for those women. So I was happy to get that. I also got a few other things. One thing I got was a present for somebody who's probably watching this video, so I'm not going to show you that. But one thing I can show you, oh, I didn't realize it was like a unicorn. That's cute. I got this beautiful Victorian. She said Victorian, so I'm just going to believe it's true. Who knows though. It's super beautiful. So I had to get it. It was £5. There was a lot of really, really nice stuff there, so definitely a hidden gem. And there's also a cafe there. You can buy food, drinks to hang out, and yeah, it was really awesome. But that wraps up that, so let's go on to our next hidden gem. Our next hidden gem is this pub called the Candy Bar. I've been so excited to come here for so long because they've got the most Insta-worthy cocktails, and it's cheap. They're like £4 and £5, which is amazing. We've been to a whole bunch of other cheap pubs in the city that were like £8, £10, £12 for a cocktail or a drink, so I'm really excited. It looks really good. I love everything candy. And if you don't know, I eat like so much candy every day. Like I literally have candy every day, so I'm really excited to try this out. It's a really fun night because after we go to this candy bar, we're going to Tamagotchi Tuesday, which is a cute club kind of thingy that we're going to that has all 90s music, and I love finding fun off the beaten path stuff like this because we're in our 20s and we like to go out and do fun things, you know? So I'm excited. I'm excited to order some of these cocktails. Also, it's Tuesday, and in Tuesdays in Edinburgh, it seems like every pub has a pub quiz on Tuesdays, so we're trying our best and failing miserably. So that's what's up. Oh my god, look at this! I ordered the unicorn. This is amazing. That's candy floss, cotton candy on top. That is so good. It is so sweet and like a little bit sour. This is amazing.
This is the porn star bomb. I didn't get it just for the name. It's got vanilla in it, passion fruit, and prosciutto, and that's my drink. It's good, wow.
Harris and I are obsessed with this show called The Chase, which is only in the UK. It's a quiz show, which we think for some reason is so much funner and more interesting than the US quiz shows. I don't know why. It's just like really fun, and there's like high stakes, whatever. We're obsessed with watching it, and out of like 50 questions we'll get right, and we'll be like, we can win this. And it's like the same thing with these pub quizzes. We're getting like everything wrong. To be fair, we were really good on the history quiz because I'm like history buff, but everything else, I don't know.
So I got this pizza, super cheap. It was for £3.50, which I did not expect there to be this much. It's delicious. I don't know. It's amazing. It's delicious. It's really good. Check it. Like, look at that. I mean, I know it's not as much sauce as I know Morgan would like, but it's really tasty. And for the amount you get for $3.50, it's super, super cheap. Definitely worth it. So we got 2 new drinks. I got a pina colada, and Morgan got a strawberry and dream. Was that what it was called? Yeah. So this is a mixture of like soy milk, strawberry, and some alcohol, and this is just a pina colada. I think everyone knows what a pina colada is. So what's really specifically cool about mine is it's a little tiki glass. I don't know how well the camera can pick that up, but it's a little tiki guy on there. All right, I'm gonna try it. Good, love it, delicious, y'all.
I need like a jug of this. Okay, one more thing, because those drinks had like no alcohol in them. Just got a raspberry shooter. Okay, Candy Bar is as good as it looks like on Instagram. That place is so awesome. The drinks were so good and so sugary, so delicious. Didn't see any much alcohol in them.
And I was surprised with how much pizza I got for $3.50. Like, I was expecting like a small thing, but
it said like bites on
right.
it.
I was like thinking about getting 3 things.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't, because I would have been eating too much.
I'm so happy that we discovered somewhere that's, relatively cheap for cocktails and fun drinks and like cheaper food, because Edinburgh is not a cheap place. And like I mentioned earlier, we've gone to a bunch of pubs at this point, and we've gone back to some that we think were cheap, but they're not really that cheap compared to this place. Right. So it's definitely a hidden gem. I haven't heard anyone talking about this. I really did some digging. I don't know how I found this, but somehow I like went down an Instagram hole and I found this place, and I'm so glad I did. Definitely a hidden gem, and I recommend it to everyone. And it wasn't even like full in there. It was a quiz night, and it wasn't
pretty
full.
like spacious, I would say.
So it's definitely hidden right now. I don't think it's on the radar. So now's a great time to go to the Candy Bar, get some awesome drinks while they're as low prices as they are. And by the way, because this is a budget travel channel, we don't usually spend this much. This is like our last night. We're gonna go out in Europe before we go home in a couple weeks. So we decided to just go for it and get some fun drinks that we'll never have again, maybe unless we come back. So that's why we spent the money.
Yeah.
But we don't usually do that.
Not fun to talk about going home.
Yeah, I know. So let's not talk about it. We're gonna go on to our next thing right now. I will never get sick of seeing Edinburgh Castle at night all lit up. It's fabulous. But we actually have to walk through a graveyard right now with the castle all lit up, and there's like nobody around, and there's this old-timey street lights and old-timey buildings. It's really spooky. I love it. I love Edinburgh so much. Okay, on to the next. So of course we can't actually play the music that I was dancing to because it would copyright us into the depths of hell. But just imagine that you're listening to wonderful 90s and early 2000s jams. They even played like 2003 Jonas Brothers and High School Musical. I was living my best life. And then the national anthem came on, aka Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus, and we had to go hard. So the place we went to is called Subway Cowgate, and it was just a 90s night. This isn't every night. It's a really young crowd and cheap drinks, not much alcohol in them, I gotta say. Maybe that's why they were so cheap, but it was fun. For me, it's a hidden gem because personally, I love to go out to the club when it's like 90s nights and early 2000s. It's like the most fun time for me. So that's why I wanted to include it on a hidden gem, because if you go out when you're traveling and you are like me and you love this like bubblegum pop, fun, throwback stuff, then you would love this. Alright, so that about wraps up our hidden gems of Edinburgh. It's crazy because this video is so up to date. Like we're filming this like right now and we're gonna like try our best to upload it tonight, and yeah, like we are crazy up to date, which just an aside is really awesome because last year when we were filming we were like a year behind, like half a year behind. So it's a great thing, but also it's a scary thing because it's a lot that we really have to get on a grind to film and edit. And I was also wondering if you made it this far, do you like videos like this where it's kind of multiple day shoots, it's more of a city guide, or do you like when we go to like one destination, like we're going to like a castle for the day and you like the whole like vlog more, or do you like more of the guide? So please let us know. I'm really interested to see what you prefer.
Alright, so that's it. We'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully. If you liked what you saw, be sure to like and hit subscribe. And we do also have a Patreon.
And PayPal.
And PayPal, but our Patreon comes with additional benefits, which include things like you getting a secret postcard, or I like to call it a love letter, and some secret videos, and you can take some polls. And we recently just had a poll that helped us decide what destination we were going to make our whole next series on.
Yeah,
so
serious stuff.
It's like you really get an input there. So please, if you are interested
and you help the children,
check it out, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching. Bye.
See ya.